Hey Tiana, so I heard you wanted to learn a new skill, is that right?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, so today we're going to teach you how to cut shapes with scissors, but with your non-dominant hand, and I'm assuming that's your left hand?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, awesome. So for today I have 4 activities planned for you, and each one's going to be a bit different, teaching you new styles, new techniques in how to cut shapes with your left hand. To get things started, I'm just going to demonstrate it for you at first so you can kind of get through a observational learning point. Okay, so for the first activity, I just have straight lines. That's going to be second and third activity too. And for the fourth one, we're going to move through a different kind of motion. So for the first one, we're just going to cut straight lines. It's going to feel a bit unusual for you just because you're not used to your non-dominant hand, obviously. So the best for you to do is kind of just go with the flow. Don't really concentrate on it too much, otherwise you're more prone to make mistakes. So what we're going to do here is just loosen your grip a bit, follow the lines, and don't think about it too much. Take your time, and it should be just, I mean, you're going to make a few mistakes, that's for sure, but as you can see, it's just kind of a nice fluid flow. Not too bad.
You're really good at that.
Alright, so yeah, so for the first one, it's kind of just, you hold it, any other scissors, pretty much the same as that. Not too hard of a grip, otherwise you're going to be more stiff. Movements aren't going to be as fluid. It's just a straight line. Okay, and as you can see, I'm not trying to go too fast, otherwise that kind of takes away the flow of the movement there. And there's another line. Alright, so for the second activity, I'm going to get you to do some hands-on things, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, awesome. So what we're going to do here is get you to cut on your own now, no more demonstrating. So we're going to take the scissors here with your left hand, and I'm just going to get you to simply go on your own, try cutting in as straight of a line as possible. Okay, and I'm just going to ask you a few questions as you go along, and as we progress through this, I will, in the end, actually help you with some guidance. So I will place my hand on your hand, and we'll go through the movement together. Okay?
I can try.
Alright, so just cut away.
Ooh.
So how does that feel so far?
It's a little awkward.
A little awkward?
Yeah. Doesn't feel very natural.
No, it doesn't feel the same as the right hand, that's for sure.
I'm missing the line. Oh, jeez.
See, but what's good here is you're taking your time. You're not really trying to zoom through it, otherwise, I mean, that would take away from the accurateness of the line here.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what we're going to try now is same thing. Go ahead, start cutting. And I'm just going to kind of help you through the movement here, just so you can really get how it's supposed to feel with a more steady hand.
It's a bit better.
Right? Cutting a bit more straight on that line. There we go. Taking our time. You're doing awesome. That's great. There we go. So did you feel a difference between the two of it?
Yeah, that one was way better.
Yeah? A bit more straight? Did you feel a different movement?
It was very rhythmic.
Yeah?
Yeah, very slow and steady.
Awesome. So we're going to move on to our third activity then.
Okay.
So we're almost done here. We're on to our third activity, and for this one what we're going to do is I'm going to let you go at your own pace, do whatever feels most natural to you, and after you go through one line, I'm gonna observe a bit what you did here, and we're gonna find your biggest error, and from there we're gonna practice that, and hopefully we can progress from there.
Okay.
Sounds good? Yeah. Okay, so just do what you would do naturally, and we'll go from there. Nice and steady. You're doing a great job. Almost there. Very good. It's a bit tricky. And perfect. Okay, so what we noticed here is, I would say probably what we need to work on a bit is maybe not being so concentrated on making it perfect, because with that you'll probably be more prone to making mistakes than you really would with not concentrating on it as much. Okay. Other than that, your fluidity of your movement was very good. I would just say then, don't concentrate on it as much. Maybe pick up the speed just a tiny bit. That will help with concentrating on it less, and we'll see how you go from there. I'll give you feedback along the way as well.
Okay.
Alright, here we go. There you go. Loosen your grip maybe just a tiny bit. Really get into the flow of the motion here. There we go. Have you done this before?
Yeah. A few times.
Awesome. Perfect. Now, actually, we can see here a little bit of improvement as you concentrated a bit less on it. We were able to really get onto that line a bit more, which is awesome. I'm very proud of you. Good job.
Thanks.
And we're on to our last activity.
Cool. I'm excited.
Alright, are you ready for the last activity?
I am.
Okay, awesome. It's going to be something completely different than what we've been doing. We started off with our lines here. Now we're going to transfer you to something completely different, and I'm going to get you to cut this heart just to really see how you've progressed through the movements, the kind of strategy of taking your time, not concentrating on it as much, and just see how you do from starting with something and moving on to something completely different. Sounds good?
Yeah, I can try.
Okay. Here we go. So same thing, just take your time. Whatever we talked about today, movement, fluidity, not concentrating on it as much, and we'll see how you go from there.
A lot harder.
It's harder, but you're doing a great job. It's a lot different than going just straight across on the lines. You're actually doing some turning here, but it looks like you're taking it very well.
Oops. I cut the heart.
That's okay, we're just looking for you to do your best. Now, what I really like that you're doing here is your grip has definitely loosened a bit more than when you started with the straight lines. The flow is absolutely perfect, I'd say. You're just doing a great job overall. And it's really just about taking your time. making sure you're concentrating a bit on the accuracy rather than how fast you get it done, because that's not really the point of this activity. We're trying to look at the accuracy of your movements here. Beautiful. Okay, so Tiana, you did fantastic today for someone who's never cut with her left hand before. I'm very proud. So as you can see here, where we started, it's completely off the line, but that's okay. Every learner starts off like that. Don't be discouraged. And then with a little guidance through movement and whatnot here, you can see we got more along the line, which is very good. I'm very proud of you. And then we were able to take what you learned today from cutting on a straight line and transfer that onto a heart, which I might add you did very well on.
Thank you.
Probably better than I could have done. And yeah, other than that, very good job for someone who's never done this before. So those were just a few different methods that we learned today to help you learn how to cut with your left hand. But essentially, if you wanted, you could use those ones to really learn any other skill. And I hope that was a bit helpful for you today.
Sure was.
Awesome.